Can you feel it? That buzz in the air, that slow buildup of excitement. It's football season creeping closer and closer. And for Patriots fans, that means one thing. It's time to lock in because mandatory minicamp is underway. And even with just a couple of days of action, we're already getting a taste of what this team could be all about. Day 1 is in the books. And day 2 is happening, but let's just focus for a second on what we saw so far and the biggest takeaways that should have everyone paying attention. Now, first off, a quick note. Mike Vrabel, before practice even started, came out and said he's trimming the minicamp schedule. It was initially set for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but he decided it's going to be just 2 days of actual field work. On Wednesday, they'll still be at the facility, but it's more about meetings, weight training, film, the mental side of things. No field drills. And honestly, that's fine because what we got from the first 2 practices already gave us a ton to chew on. Let's just start with the most obvious headline. Drake May, the man looks dialed in. And when I say dialed in, I mean he's been throwing absolute darts out. There! He's seeing the defense clearly, making quick decisions and hitting his targets like he's been in this offense for years. Stat line: 14 completions out of 18 throws on one day, then 16 for 18 on the next. That's not just solid, that's sharp, especially when you factor in that he started one of those sessions going 8 for 8. And this isn't just dink and dunk stuff. We're talking red zone, pressure situations, tight windows, and May was delivering. And listen to this. He threw touchdowns to Pop Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, and a name that's going to start catching a lot of attention, Tavon Henderson. Henderson's starting to get that next James White type of hype, or maybe Rex Burkhead, or even Shane Vereen vibes. In the red zone, where the margin for error is razor thin, May went 6 for 9 with touchdowns. That is not easy. Duwadi, field shrinks, the defense has the advantage, and you have to be perfect. But he was making it happen. What stands out the most, though, is not just the accuracy, it's the attitude. May's not afraid to go at his own defense. He's throwing against guys like Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis, 2 legit corners, one of whom, Gonzalez, could take a leap into the top 5 cornerback conversation this season. And after practice, May made it clear he's targeting those guys on purpose. Why? Because if they can handle that, they'll be better. And if he can win against that kind of coverage, it makes him better too. That mindset is exactly what you want in your young quarterback. Go at the best. Test yourself. Build that confidence early. He said it himself. There are going to be quarterbacks in this league who are going to throw at Gonzo and Carlton Davis with no hesitation. He wants to prepare them for that now. And when you're trying to elevate a team, that kind of iron sharpens iron approach matters. He's giving his receivers that same challenge. Get open against elite guys, make plays even when the window's tight. And if May keeps playing like this, especially with that 82% completion rate over his last 2 practices, 28 of 34, we might be seeing the early signs of something real. Now, granted, this is all still without pads. There's not a lot of full speed pressure, so you take it with a grain of salt. But you can still recognize when a guy is comfortable, when he's processing fast, and when the ball placement is just consistently where it needs to be. Even if guys like Harold Landry or Milton Williams might have gotten to him in a real scenario. The poise is what you're looking for, and May's showing it. And listen, I'm not saying he's top 10 already, but top 15, that's within reach. He's got tools. He can move. He can improvise. He just needs to stack these good practices, keep growing. And if you're someone who believes he's already showing top 15 potential, I don't blame you one bit. Now let's talk about the guy who might benefit most from May's rise, Stephon Diggs. And folks, he looks healthy. That's not just a casual or observation. I mean, he looks ready to go. Watching him out there moving, planting, cutting, you never guess he tore his ACL just 6 months ago. He looks like a guy who's gearing up for a big-time comeback. And there were people saying he might not be ready for week 1. Maybe he'd miss the first few weeks. But from what I've seen from the speed and agility he's showing, I think there's a real chance he's out there in the season opener. He's not just participating either. He's leading. Diggs is out there hyping up his teammates, mentoring younger guys, even getting fired up when someone else makes a big play. He was one of the first to run onto the field and celebrate after undrafted rookie Lan Larrison caught a touchdown. That's the kind of chemistry you love to see. A star receiver getting excited for the guy who just joined the team a few weeks ago. He's even taking Chisholm, another undrafted rookie, under his wing, helping him adjust to life in the NFL. That's how you build a room. That's how you build trust. You set the tone not just with your play, but with your attitude. And Diggs is doing just that. And you know who's noticing? Mike Vrabel. The guy who was visibly frustrated just a few weeks back is now doing a complete 180 when he talks about Diggs. He said Diggs is engaged. He's asking questions. He's staying on top of installs. He's doing the rehab work, being selective with what drills he joins, and overall just showing the kind of buy-in you need from a veteran coming off injury. Now I'll go out on a limb. Right now, if Stephon Diggs is healthy for all 17 games, or even 16, he's going to break the Patriots wide receiver curse. Since Tom Brady left in 2019, the Patriots haven't had a single receiver go over 1,000 yards. That's wild. In today's NFL, with this many passing plays, at least one guy should have done it by now. I think Diggs is going to be that guy. If he stays healthy, he's going to be May's top option, and the volume will be there. Shifting back to the offensive line for a minute, one of the biggest questions heading into this offseason was who's going to start at left guard. Tyrese Robinson was absent for personal reasons, so Cole Strange got the nod, and we've seen them give Strange those reps before, but this feels like his chance to lock that spot down. The Patriots declined his fifth-year option, so this could be his final shot to prove he belongs in New England. Now Jarrett Wilson didn't participate either. He was there, just not practicing. That tells me the Patriots are being cautious. But if Wilson is healthy, there's a real possibility that he ends up sliding into that left guard role, which would push Strange back into more of a depth role. Either way, it's a competition worth watching. Garrett Bradbury is looking like the center, and with Strange repping consistently next to him, that interior line is beginning to take shape. The challenge now is consistency. Get healthy. Build chemistry. Because if May's going to thrive, that line has to give him time. Let's talk absences real quick. Not many, and that's a great sign. Just 2 players missed minicamp entirely. Tyrese Robinson and Wes Schweitzer. Vrabel said both were excused for personal reasons, and that's huge. Why? Because there are no contract disputes, no holdouts. You look around the league and you see stars like TJ Watt, Trey Hendrickson sitting out. That's not happening in New England. Guys are showing up. They're bought in. That's a win. And speaking of showing up, Carlton Davis was back on the field after skipping voluntary OTAs. Again, buy-in. And that's going to matter a lot come September. Now, let's highlight one more breakout name. Kyle Williams. He had what was arguably the play of the day with a deep 50-yard bomb in tight coverage. And I've been high on this kid since his Washington State days. I think he could be a star. Everything about his game, the route running, the hands, the toughness, it's all showing up on tape and in these early practices. He's a name to watch, especially if he keeps building on these moments. Before we wrap this part up, I just have to talk about something I always get hyped about. Kickers. I know. They're easy to overlook, but they win and lose games in this league, especially close ones. And right now, the Patriots have a competition brewing that could end up being a huge asset. Andy Borregales, I'm calling him Andy, not Andreas, went 4 for 4 at minicamp, and so did Parker Romo. But what's really exciting is Borregales' overall track record in these open practices. 15 kicks made, just 1 missed. That's 15 for 16 in 4 open sessions. And remember, this kid was the best kicker in college of Miami. He's got a big leg. He can hit from 55 plus. And in New England, with unpredictable weather and pressure situations, having a reliable kicker like that could be a game changer. We've lived through the post-Gostkowski era. We've seen the ups and downs. And while Chad Ryland had some flashes, he also had some critical misses. This team needs stability in the kicking game, and Borregales might be the answer. He's got the confidence. He's got the resume. Now he just needs to keep proving it in camp and preseason. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could become one of the most talked about storylines of the offseason, whispers are growing louder out of Foxborough that RHAMONDRE Stevenson may be looking for a way out of New England. Sources close to the situation suggest that tensions have been simmering for some time between the Patriots' star running back and the team's offensive coordinator, culminating in a reported heated exchange that insiders are calling a breaking point. While no official statements have been made, those in the know say the relationship between Stevenson and the coaching staff has deteriorated rapidly over the past few weeks. The Patriots' backfield, once considered a pillar of consistency, now faces uncertainty as Stevenson, an offensive focal point since his breakout 2022 campaign, has reportedly grown frustrated with his usage, play calling, and a general lack of support from the sidelines. It's been boiling under the surface, one unnamed source noted. There's been miscommunication, tension in meetings, and a growing sense that RHAMONDRE isn't being valued the way he should be. The rumored altercation with the offensive coordinator may have simply brought long-standing issues into the spotlight. Some believe Stevenson sees the writing on the wall in New England, where changes at quarterback and on the offensive line have made it harder for him to showcase his abilities. Others suggest this is just another chapter in a long list of internal power struggles that have plagued the post-Brady Patriots era. For now, Stevenson remains under contract, and the Patriots have given no indication they intend to move him. However, with mandatory minicamps on the horizon and trade buzz gaining traction around the league, this situation is worth monitoring closely. A quiet rift has turned into an open question. Could Stevenson be the next big name to seek greener pastures outside of Foxborough? As the rumors swirl and Patriots fans hold their breath, one thing seems certain. Where there's smoke, there might just be fire. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.